Raquel, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Welcome. Who gives this woman to be wed?
Her mother and I do.
All right, guys, I'm going to read out of Genesis chapter 1, 28 and 29. God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the sky and over every living thing that moves on the earth." Then God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you." So this is after creation has happened. You know, God has created everything, and then God created man, and God created woman, and put man and woman together. And the thing that he says here basically is eat really good food, have awesome adventures, and enjoy sex with each other. Like, let's just be real. You know what I mean? And so, like, we serve a really good God. All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to the home stretch. All right. They have some personal vows that they're going to share with each other. So if you guys can come here, you can face each other. And
Actually, can I have a loud voice?
Go for
That's
it.
perfect. All right, who's going first?
Go for it.
All right. Now I'm nervous. Raquel, you are my best friend, and I will spend all of our time together showing you how lucky I know I am to have you as my wife. You are the most kind-hearted and generous person I've ever met, and you supported me during some of the most difficult decisions of my adult life. I know that no matter how ridiculous of a situation I get into with these guys behind me, you have and will always be there for help. You are an excellent listener and show me time and time again that you're willing to follow me around new obstacles and face new challenges with confidence, knowing that together we can conquer everything. You have brought happiness into my life that words cannot describe, and I am able to say with absolute confidence that you are the best match I could have asked for. When I sat down to write these vows, I thought about all the experiences I've had with you, places we've been, movies we've watched, and things we've tried. With every day, you reinforce my certainty that you deserve the world, and I will spend forever trying to give it to you. I would be a fool to promise you that I would be perfect, but I can promise you this. I will spend every day trying to be the partner and friend that you have been to me. And that's as perfect as it gets.
No. David, I have known your name for the past 22 years of our lives, all the way back to State Road Elementary. Everyone knew if they had you in class because anything with peanut butter immediately became contraband. I remember you having excellent comedic timing even as a kid. You told the best jokes in class that probably weren't always teacher approved. We shared similar friends and were close in proximity all through school, but never once had a conversation. However, I will never forget the day we agreed to hang out for the first time 2 years ago at a friend's house. I remember you walking up to the front porch and my stomach dropping because all I could think was, wow, he looks different. I was so incredibly nervous around you the first couple of times we hung out with people. I barely said 5 words to you that first time. Despite my nerves those early days, I am so grateful that I finally got the chance to get to know David Lindsay up close. You are incredibly driven and motivated. You convinced me to go to the gym with you, even though I was perfectly comfortable embarrassing myself in the comfort of my own home. You care about me and challenge me because you believe in me. You see things in me that I have never noticed about myself before. You have called me brave at my weakest moments, when all I want to do is give up. You saw the good in me at the very beginning of our relationship when I was still healing from the past, and all I did was push you away. You love me in my moments of anxiety, when my brain absolutely refuses to stop panicking and think normally. You hold me close when I'm falling apart. You love me when I'm broken and defeated and so exhausted from battling fears and patching wounds left by others. You love me when it is too hard for me to love myself. I'm so in love with you, and I consider it an honor to have the opportunity to know you and learn about you for the rest of our lives together. I promise to never give up on our commitment to each other. I promise to be your partner and your ride or die in all things. We are a team, and I promise to represent us well. I promise to have your back in all circumstances, and when you look to your side, I promise to be standing there at the ready. From this moment on, it's you and me till the end.
I'll have the rings. These are very different sizes. All right, so I'm gonna start with you, David.
Okay.
You'll repeat after me,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there. So, before the Lord, my family and friends,
For the Lord, my family and friends.
I, David, do promise in my marriage to Raquel.
Say it again.
I, David,
I, David,
do promise in my marriage to Raquel
do promise in my marriage to Raquel
to pursue God,
to pursue God,
to be a true and loyal friend to you,
to be a true and loyal friend to you,
to value our differences
to value our differences
as much as our common ground,
as much as our common ground,
to help you when you need it
to help you when you need it,
and step aside when you don't,
and step aside when you don't,
to see these vows
to see these vows
as more than promises,
as more than promises,
to see them as privileges.
to see them as privileges.
David, will you love her and be loyal to her when you are healthy and when you're not, when you have wealth and when you don't, when you fail and when you succeed, leaving the possibility of anyone else as a lover behind as long as you both are alive? If you do, say it.
I do.
Put the ring on.
We'll get it on there one day.
Raquel, before the Lord, my family and friends,
Before the Lord, my family and friends,
I, Raquel,
I, Raquel,
do promise in my marriage to David
do promise my marriage to David
to pursue God,
to pursue God,
to be a true and loyal friend to you,
to be a true and loyal friend to you,
to value our differences
to value our differences
as much as our common ground,
as much as our common ground,
to help you when you need it
to help you when you need it,
and step aside when you don't,
and step aside when you don't,
to see these vows
to see these vows
as more than promises,
as more than promises,
to see them as
to
privileges.
see them as privileges.
I really like that
ready.
ring.
Raquel, will you love him and be loyal to him when you're healthy and when you're not, when you have wealth and when you don't, when you fail and when you succeed, leaving the possibility of anyone else as a lover behind as long as you both are alive?
I do.
Just jamming on there.
There you go.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Been ready.
Here we go. By the power vested in me in the great state of Michigan, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Let's give them another wonderful hand for the first time. Mr. and Mrs.
You did it. Yeah, that's it. You look wonderful. You look so pretty.
Good evening, everyone. As my mother always says, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Good night.
With that in mind, this will be brief. For those of you who do not know me, my name is John Anderson, and David, Lindsay, and I here went to the wonderfully overpriced institution of Hope College together where we received our undergraduate degrees. Our friendship began much like any other. David instantly hated me for thinking I was trying to steal his lady at the time. But our shared interest in skateboarding brought us together. And it began the day I handed him my board outside of Cook Hall. From then on, we were inseparable. That is until he decided to leave me for a fraternity. As you can imagine, I was terrified. Terrified he would find someone to replace me just as swiftly as I had found him. I grieved deeply. That is until I realized I could push my two twin-sized beds together to create a master king bed of epic proportions. It was wonderful. But my masterpiece didn't last long. David came crawling back to me. Where I very happily accepted him with open arms and met about 2 seconds. Our entire year was spent mastering the craft of Grand Theft Auto, skateboarding around campus, upsetting every college girl within a 5-block radius, and building memories that would last a lifetime. To this day, I cannot tell you how or why they allowed us to graduate.
Thank you.
These are but a sliver of the memories that we shared together during what felt like the height of our lives. That is, until now.
Yeah.
Now we will work on building new and better memories that will last a lifetime. I'm honored to stand before you today and vouch for the best man I know. He is stubborn, quick with temper,
Amen.
and sassy as can be.
Amen.
But he is also the most loyal, dedicated, and loving person that I know. It took less than 2 years to feel as though I had known you my entire life. It is a great privilege to call you my best friend. I said I wasn't going to get teary-eyed. I'm working on that. And Raquel, the fact that you put up with David this long. But seriously, you have a heart of pure gold. In today's climate, it takes a very special type of person to be a teacher. It takes someone who cares to their core, has an unshakable set of virtues, and loves immensely. If I knew nothing else about you, that would be enough. But I also know you're willing to take risks in careers and in life, and I'm excited to see where that leads. There is so much more to both of you that will unfold as you love and grow together. And I am no longer afraid because I'm not losing a best friend, but instead gaining another. Welcome to the family, Raquel. From the bottom of my heart, thank you both for affording me the opportunity to be here on the first day of the rest of your lives together. Here's to David and Raquel. Cheers.
Very nice. First, I would like to say a few words for David and Raquel. And I would first like to say that David has been my closest friend for about 18 years now. And it's kind of crazy to think about because it's such a ridiculously long time. And one of the first things I can remember is before we could go hang out at the playground at State Road over there, he was laying down the floor of the kitchen in this house right here while Michelle was having me practice an EpiPen on the side. So we could go unsupervised and he would be safe.
I thought you didn't need it.
Right, yeah. But at least I know. So David, real quick, I'd like you to grab your drink. And I want you to have a drink on me real quick. Because I'm about to start making fun of you now. So, while David has been my best friend of all this time, and he's always been extremely reliable, and he's been there whenever I needed help with anything, he does have one particular flaw that he always has to come to me to help with, and that is he's probably the most indecisive person I've ever met. So one day he liked playing guitar a lot, and I started playing too because he was in it, and then the next day he decided, you know what, I'm kind of done with this. So it was no big deal. And then one day he decided, you know, I think I want to be a doctor after this whole stuff. And he's like, you know, maybe I'll just settle for physical therapy. And he said, well, actually I want to be an author, so he writes a book. And then he decided after that he doesn't want to be a doctor again. And then now he's settling, he's like, maybe I'll just take a PhD. Some days it feels like he wakes up and he rolls the dice, and whatever it lands on, that's just what he wants that day. Even his beautiful old Camaro he's got parked in front right now. That's the 5th one that he's owned. He keeps selling them and then buying a new one. So in all this time, there's only been one time since pretty much I've known him that he started being more decisive, and that was about a couple years ago when he started singing Raquel. And I could tell pretty much right away when he was talking about her that this is something really special to him. Something was different, like just the way he was talking about her and everything. So then, fast forward to sometime last year, or whenever it was, I don't remember. And he just started telling me he was going to propose to her and he was going to buy a ring. I wasn't surprised. I was actually pretty relieved. For the first time in his life, he's actually made up his mind, and now he's decisive and he knows what he wants. And he's sticking with it.
Amen.
So Raquel, it's been good getting to know you. And I can see why David really likes you. And I'm looking forward to spending more time now that you guys are together as a couple. And I hope you guys have a great honeymoon. Yeah. And I look forward to seeing you guys when you get back. David and Raquel.
Hello, everyone. I am Raquel's sister-in-law, Mira. I am honored to be here today and talk about this beautiful couple that's begun their lives together. I have never seen a bride shine so brightly and a groom so handsome or so bold. They are kind, hilarious, intelligent, caring, and most of all, in love. It is imperative that you know that fate was a part of their journey. Fate that they met after high school. Fate that they're sitting here today as Mr. and Mrs. It started with a date and went from there. Was it love at first sight? That remains to be seen, but I can wager love came sooner rather than later. It doesn't matter how it came to be, just that it did. And I wish you all the world it has to offer. Love you both. And David, welcome to our family.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Cheers.